What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pancis. If it is your first time tuning in, please be sure to smash the subscribe button, as we're always constantly bringing new car enthusiastic reviews and do-it-yourself videos to the channel. And in today's video, as you guys can see, we are in my 2017 Jaguar XF. It is snowing outside. It's the second snowstorm this week. The first one brought us 24 inches of snow. This one only brought us 6 inches, so it almost seems like it's no big deal. But I figured today, since I can't do anything else, I would do a quick review on the Jaguar and bring you guys some more information of my opinions are on the car. And in today's video, if the title of this video doesn't give it away, I'm giving you guys 5 things that I love about my Jaguar. Stay tuned. We're gonna give you guys the 5 things that I love most about this car, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so the first things first, since I'm not driving anywhere just yet, is we have these different drive select modes. We have snow, eco, regular driving mode, and then your dynamic mode. And obviously today, since we are in the snow, I want to go ahead and leave it in snow. And what happens is it actually, the car allows limitations of inputs on the gas pedal, so it lowers the torque setting significantly. So right now I'm actually in drive, and I'm not even moving, because that's how much the car interferes with the torque. Now, what's cool is if I go over to the ASI suite setting in the infotainment system, I can do a low friction launch, which is for snow. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna hit start friction. Low friction is on, and it gives me a timetable of about 30 seconds to launch. And what that does is it continues to bring the car into a soft launch so you don't get any wheel spin. So as you guys just saw, I'm turning up a hill on a snowy road here, and it's a little bit more plowed than my development, as you guys can see. But here I am, 0 wheel slippage, and this is why I wanted to get out here today and take care of it. And as soon as I get above 20 miles an hour, it turns off and the car goes into normal mode. So that is a pretty cool feature that I've never really seen a car offer. Obviously a winter mode or snow mode is something that you've seen, but in terms of like a launch feature like that, if you're like stuck on a hill or something, you throw that on. It takes you all of 2 seconds to do, and go ahead and do a soft launch on the car. So that is pretty incredible. And it actually monitors your inputs on the vehicle. Right now it says foot off accelerator. If I put my foot on, it turns that check mark off. So obviously there's 3 check marks that you need to have that in, to put in. So it's pretty intuitive and pretty user-friendly, and I think it's pretty useful. So that is the first thing that I love, is the driving dynamic modes that you have, and they are all significantly different from one another, and you can tell a difference in the way the car rides and responds, which is pretty cool. Usually sometimes you get these buttons in cars and they're kind of gimmicky, you don't really notice a difference, but in this car you notice a difference. And if I were to put it in dynamic mode on a dry road, obviously that would change things quite a bit as well. So that is the driving select modes, the technology behind it, and of course it adjusts the suspension. Next thing up, I want to go into the ride feel on the car. Obviously we're talking ride feel with that technology, but the car is a large luxury sedan, and it feels like a very large luxury sedan, but it doesn't feel like a large luxury sedan. Let me explain that. You have the 8-speed automatic transmission, which is significantly amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. Significantly responsive to all inputs on the drive modes, and of course your pedal. And the car has a V6 supercharged engine producing, this one's about 350 horsepower right now with a lot of torque, and 0 to 60s is in the 5-second range. So for a large luxury sedan such as this one, that's pretty significant. And obviously we put an intake on this supercharger, so for me, I get to enjoy the sounds of a supercharger, which today obviously is really hard to do, but I can put a clip right here. So that being said, we got power, we got the tech, we got the ride feel, and all that being said, this car weighs 3,400 pounds roughly, and that's because the entire chassis is aluminum alloy. So that's the first time I've ever owned a car that has a full aluminum alloy chassis. So there's no steel on the frame, and that is what allows this large luxury sedan to feel and look large, but actually it's lighter than my 2012 Volvo S60 that I just sold by like 200 or 300 pounds, which is incredible because this car is much larger than that car. So that's that. Next up, we have our infotainment system here, and other than not having like toggles to maneuver around, everything is touch, which is fine. I kind of like the touch screens, but everything is very easy to navigate. I want a quick route to my heated seats. I can go and hit the button here, and you have an electric heater as well as a defroster on the windshield, and then of course you have a rear defroster as well. So there's electric wires here in the windshield, which warm up in cold weather automatically when I turn the car on from my phone, which is another cool feature that this car has. Is all cars today you can control through an application on your phone, and of course I can do that with this, which is nice. So when it's 20 degrees out in the morning or 90 degrees out in the morning in the summertime, I can turn the car on and have the automatic climate control do its thing. So infotainment, climate control, pretty easy to use and pretty user-friendly, I should say. Next up is styling. Obviously the inside of this car, the materials are pretty decent. The leather's okay. I enjoyed the Volvo leather. The Swedish leather seemed to have a little bit nicer material than this. This has a little bit more of a plastic feel to the leather than in that car, but it's pretty good. It's not the most premium in its class. It's one thing that I don't love, but it's what it is. But in terms of the styling in the car, I love the two-tone interior. I love the way the center console here is laid out. I love the electronic shifter, and I love just the overall appearance on the inside. In terms of the outside, my favorite angle on this car is the front of the car. Obviously, it's got a really mean, aggressive front grille, and the way Jaguar did the design around the headlights and the body language of the body trim, that is by far my favorite styling on the car. My least favorite would be the rear. Obviously, it's not my favorite, but like I said, we're gonna focus on the things that I love. In terms of interior styling, it's nice, and I absolutely love the front clip of this car. Really, really nice looking. And actually, if you're driving anywhere around, you can tell a Jaguar from a distance away, just like you can tell a BMW from a distance away and any other car that's on the road. It has a really distinct look from all the rest of the cars, which I kind of love. I really like looking a little different. And of course, one thing that I love most about that being said is that you don't really find all that many Jaguars on the road compared to BMWs or Mercedes, and it's kind of nice to be a little bit different than most. I don't like having the same car as most people. So for me, that's one attribute that I love most about Jaguar. And that's it, guys. I think we covered all the things that I love. There's a pretty quick update for you on this car. If you guys are looking to buy a luxury sedan or a luxury car in a class that Jaguar is offering a car, I would stress on looking at it. They are pretty efficient. They're well, they come pretty well equipped with technology, and of course the performance on the engine is what sold me on this. I love the V6 supercharged engine, and I love the way it's got all the technology and everything that you need in a car today. So pretty impressed and pretty amazed by the way Jaguar produced these cars. And of course, they're only getting more fuel efficient as things are changing in today's car market. And if you guys want a deal on some old tech like I did with this, the depreciation is another thing that I love. You can get these cars fairly cheap today relative to their original MSRP, and you're having a solid drivetrain with a solid transmission with all-wheel drive, and you're not going to be like this Honda driving down the road that can barely even start at a red light here with front-wheel drive. I mean, we're on flat ground, and he just struggled like crazy to get moving. You don't have any of those issues with this car. In fact, I'm gonna go up this hill right here, and you guys can see zero issues getting up this hill here. no issues at all. So pretty effective in the weather. You guys can see there's no traction control light on, and we're just kind of cruising through, no problem. And that's it. Those are the things that I love about Jaguar. So stay tuned for more, guys. I hope you like this quick update, quick upload for you. If you guys are new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button, and if not, thanks for your continued support. Follow me at Kyle Pancis, and check out the links below. All your support is really awesome. I love being a car enthusiast. The car community everywhere is awesome. The support is amazing, and people are always super friendly. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next episode.